This is ITV News with James Mates.
Good evening. With the Coalition's latest changes to the benefits system due to take effect tomorrow, the Prime Minister has been defending the reforms, saying they are putting fairness back. Labour now says it's considering its own welfare shake-up, linking the level of benefits to the amount a person has paid in. Our political correspondent Alex Forrest reports from Westminster.
It seems few will escape the welfare shake-up. Tomorrow, benefit rises for working-age people will be capped at 1%. That's well below inflation. The same goes for tax credits. Changes too for those on disability living allowance, which is being phased out and replaced with a new system. Jane Young from South London has musculoskeletal disorder, which affects her mobility. Although she'll keep her allowance for the next 2 years, she's worried she could end up losing her vehicle.
I think they're self-defeating, because enabling people to stay independent as long as possible is really important for their well-being.
The government promises those most in need will be protected. Writing in a Sunday paper, the Prime Minister has defended the welfare changes, declaring, "We are ending the crazy situation where people could have a bigger income by choosing to stay on benefits rather than work." The government appears to have public support. Recent polls suggest most agree benefits in the UK are too generous.
I think the British people are sick and tired of feeling that they go out to work, they work hard, and of course they make a contribution which is important to a welfare system. They're very happy to do that. What they don't want to do is see that welfare system abused.
Get a job. I'm looking after my kids.
Get a job.
The Chancellor's decision to link Mick Philpott's life on benefits with welfare reform ensured the political battle lines were drawn. Labour was furious. But today the party has appeared to shift its position on welfare payments, saying they should be linked to contribution.
If we're going to have a fair approach to welfare and tax reform, we have to, I think, better reflect the contribution that people make so that everybody is pulling their weight in society.
It's certainly been welcomed by one former Labour welfare minister who suggested the idea back in 1997.
So I'm really pleased now that the direction is changing, we're changing, and on both counts about how do we deal with the current abuses, but secondly, what's the alternative to the battle lines that the government would like us to fight on.
But while the argument over welfare goes on, those on the receiving end, like Jane Young, will continue to wonder what they will get in the future.
So, Alex, a big political divide opening up on this welfare issue.
Yes, that's right, and we've certainly seen that over the past few days, with the Tories branding Labour as being soft on welfare, and Labour in turn branding the Tories as hurting the poor and helping their own rich friends. The Lib Dems seem to be stuck somewhere between the two. Now, although Labour is sticking to their line that these reforms are chaotic and that they will fail, they have clearly hardened their rhetoric today. They've got the support of the likes of Frank Field, and a source close to Ed Miliband has told me that they have got much more to say about welfare, but they will do it in their own time, not a timetable set by George Osborne. The problem for them, though, is that the public are keen for welfare to be sorted out quickly. That means that Labour have got to act quickly, because whether the parties like it or not, this is clearly a key battleground ahead of the next election.
Alex, thanks very much indeed.